grew up about 2 or 3 miles from here. Used to ride our pedal bikes down in the field where all the houses are now. Later on, moved and lived across the street and used to run these trails. There's Huntington Serpent Sport on the corner over there. I opened that store when I was just a little junior, man. My first job. That was a long time ago. The bridge wasn't even there. It's been a very nice thing to be able to return to it, to work on getting stronger. It's allowed us to learn how to work together and move together. After surgeries coming out of a spinal cord injury, it's really aided in being able to get some mobility back. As kids and everything, we were playing a lot of baseball. But we went to hang out with my dad for a weekend, and he borrowed some motorcycles from a buddy of his to, have something fun to do. And we went riding on it for the first time, and I was pretty much done with baseball at that point and everything else. Our cousin did some racing, and we went and watched him race at Corona Raceway. And I was like, man, I want to do that. I want to do that. Me, my mom, and my brother, and a few good friends, we went racing. In 1993, we won the Mint 400, one of the most prestigious off-road races there is. We just graduated from there to faster cars and then to unlimited cars, and I ended up getting injured and losing my leg from racing the NASTRUC series. I compressed my spine in multiple spots. I couldn't walk, really no mobility and balance. Oh, no problem. We're ready. You guys have a great day. Yeah. I was going pretty hard when we were racing. Losing my leg was, your life doesn't end, but it's definitely a big change. I tried to not let it affect me as much as possible, but it's very hard. As I went through realizing how hurt, I was and everything else, and I started looking into the possibilities of a service dog. And then I happened to see Mobility Service Dog, and I called the number, and Janie answered the phone. And I knew within about 30 seconds that this was the person that I needed to be talking to.
Someone's here. Grace, up. Thank you. My name is Janie Lynn Heinrich, and I'm a mom and a grandmother, and I've had the privilege of being the executive director of an organization called MobilityDog. Hi, Tom.
Hi, Janie.
Welcome.
Thank you.
Tea.
Yeah, you bet. It's always great to see you and Beckett. I didn't bring one for him, though, just you and me.
That's okay. In 2010, I was involved in an accident where a crate fell on me and created a neurodegenerative spinal cord injury. What I learned through that experience was that independence is something we all just assume. And we're able to go to the grocery store or pick up stuff or do things or, sweep the floor, clean the windows, open a door. Those are all really important things. So my spine specialist said that maybe a service dog would be of help to me. And my standard poodle, who was 2 years old and extremely well behaved, was trained to be my first service dog. And that's kind of how Mobility Service Dogs got started.
The beauty of this organization in many ways is how we connect with the broader community, how we connect people and the dogs and ourselves with the broader community. I had volunteered at the SPCA in San Francisco. Came here, so I was looking for a way to get connected with the community and with dogs again. Found Mobility Dog, talked with Janie, volunteered to do some writing. And since then, every other week, I write about 700 words about dogs. I write about how dogs can be used in PTSD research. I've written about how the term poodle is used and misused in the world, the heritage of dogs and how they are and aren't like the wolves that were their ancestors. I've been on the board for about 6 months now, which means that I get involved with Janie and the others in making decisions and guiding the organization, pulling the community together to deliver the dogs to the people who need them.
I was injured at work. This was a back injury. It affected my legs. So I have problems with both of my legs. And I am used to being out and about.
The vetting process for service dogs, it's a process of gathering information and of sharing information.
I'm unstable when I stand and I kind of weave back and forth. I don't have the strength to walk upstairs. I believe a mobility dog is going to give me freedom to be able to just stand up and walk.
Service dogs are an extension of us. We're not an extension of the service dog. So you need to have him at your side and he steps into what you need to do. So if you want to walk slower, you walk slower. Don't worry about his pace.
She is optimistic, caring, loving, passionate, and also strong. The most optimistic person I've ever met. Janie and I have really sort of put it together, and I am a founding board member of MobilityDog's. I am a main editor and communicator on policies and procedures, on the puppy manual. I take all the notes. I'm the secretary of the board, so I take all the notes. We're very careful about the dogs that we train. We accept them from breeders who have bred them and then whelped them in a very particular way. And then at 8 weeks, the puppies go to their puppy raiser, who then has to sort of keep them close to home, gets them used to home and all of that, and that home space until they finish their shots at 4 months. And then at 4 months, they are out doing full field trips. All of us work for free. We have no paid staff, we have no office, no overhead, except for the training fees. I mean, when I raised my puppy, we did a field trip every single day. Janie, yeah, she is a force to be reckoned with. She has vision and somehow makes the vision always happen.
It is a community that she has created. It's an organization and a community. Janie herself, she provides leadership. The Mobility Service Dog Group is a group of just love and joy and goodness. So anything you can do for them is just wonderful.
You know, we never want to lose that canine spirit.
Right.
Because it's that canine spirit that makes service dogs so special.
Right.
And that's where puppy raisers
Yeah.
are so important, because
Right.
they're giving the dog their foundational heart.
Right.
And, you know, they're learning their manners and they're learning all these pieces.
Our puppy raisers are heroes.
They are.
We tried to reinforce all of the words that are used for mobility dogs and service dog trainings. Words like front, deck, heel. So we take them out into the community, we take them shopping with us, we take them to restaurants with us, and we continually socialize them to all of the kinds of environments that they're going to encounter when they are a full working service dog.
My disability came to a head when I graduated high school. Postural orthostatic tachycardia syndrome. And I used to walk with 2 canes. That was my original mobility device. I still felt unstable, and with a service dog, he walks with me and walks at my pace. Winston's given me the confidence to start school in the fall at a full-time university.
Isabel reached out for a service dog, and we went through the vetting process, and we're very taken with her energy and her zest of life. She was smiling and she was owning every piece. When we matched her up with Winston, she was over the moon.
For me, mobility means that I can get around by myself and I can carry items with me. Winston gives me independence to walk without fear. Winston has truly changed my life. I'm very thankful for the service dog that they provided me.
Very, very beautiful family, and very honored to have her as part of our community.
So we're going to talk about pulling. It's a common thing for everybody. So here's the thing about pulling. Dogs pull because they want to get to where they want to get to, right? From point A to point B. You can be on a short leash like this, but if the dog is going like this and you're just doing this to manage, the dog is still pulling, right? And they don't know the difference. And so this takes a lot for a dog, right? Because the dog's natural behavior is to want to go forward. So redirect them, right? Practice cutting them off. You don't have to go far. If you can make a turn, if you're walking like this and they're pulling, cut them off. You know, I think we're so in a hurry to get to where we need to get to that we're not really paying attention. We just want to get there. And the dog will know that because they're pulling and you're going faster, right? So cut off that forward motion.
I mean, I always used to say that I know how much they mean to me, and I, can see and I can hear and I can, I'm able to move pretty freely around. So I can just imagine how much they're going to mean to somebody whose life they're going to change.
When June reached out, she shared that she sustained a disability when she was in her last year of high school, and for 10 years had been living and growing and moving beyond. And now it was time to bring a service dog into the mix. June wrote to us and said that she wanted a service dog because she was going to walk. And we went through the vetting process and all fell in love with June. Her laughter, her brilliance, her sense of humor, her perseverance, her love of life, and how stubborn she was. June just kept going. And June got to be part of the puppy meetups and got to watch and kind of fell in love with Monty early on. And June owns every moment of her life. June is very independent, and she's ready to start working towards walking. Monty and June have worked really hard together, and her ability to move enhanced, and she contributes that to the independence that her service dog has given her. There is nothing that June and Monty cannot accomplish. I truly believe that.
Having Monty has helped me tremendous with my functional
No comment.
independence.
And the two of them are able to spend their days just being present.
Good. Give.
And it's such a joy to watch.
Speak.
Everybody's a little different, all different kinds of reasons for having a dog and everything else, and that's what kind of makes it so diverse.
And no yanking. I want this tree, I want this tree.
It's been very, very nice, especially the community part of it. It's very nice to feel supported. There's always somebody to call if you need to call somebody. You're in the community, and everybody looks out for each other, and it's been very nice.
We're here now, and it's our life, and it's beautiful, and we need to live it by our doings. It's important, and something that our organization really encourages is for people to live their dreams. I'd like to talk for a second about national parks.
We're unusual in that we don't train a dog and then give it to a handler to walk away with and be on their own forever. We require our handlers to be members of our community and interface with our community.
I'm Tom Gregory, and this is Junko Meraki, and this is our service dog, Pepper. Pepper, look. We first came to Mobility Dog as puppy raisers, and Pepper was assigned to us, so we raised him as a puppy since he was about 3 months old. And in the process of raising him, we have decided we wanted to be puppy handlers as well, because both Junko and I have disabilities and we could benefit from the service of a mobility dog. When Pepper came into our lives, Junko and I had no clue what we were doing. And so we have a weekly Zoom meeting with the service dog community, and most of those questions got answered through the experience of the other members.
And they're learning because we're educating them. We're getting the word out there. And as we share, more and more people get it. More and more people come up to us. And there's more and more places that we're going that's saying, is that a service dog? What task does it perform for you? Welcome, I'm so glad you're here. So a service dog is a medical device. So that means that it can go 24/7 wherever we go. It can go in restaurants, grocery stores, hotels, bowling alleys, golf courses, anywhere we go.
That's the biggest thing with him, is just being able to be there and be able to always be there, to know that you got another set of eyes. That's been just about the best gift I've ever received.
Live your life to its fullest. Do it at the side of your trusty dog, because this is it.
Me, I was kind of an active guy before my injury, and so I thought I would introduce people to ways that they could become active again, even if they've had a setback in their lives or maybe had been challenged on some of the things they wanted to do. One of the main things we do is we do hand cycling, which is hand-powered tricycles. We take them down to the beach once a month on the second Saturday of every month.
We've had dogs all along, and we know what they've done for us in our lives, and it just seemed like a neat cause that here the dog is being trained to help somebody. So actually it's going to be harder giving him up than it was taking it on in the first place, because he has really been a fun dog to have around the house.
And it makes us feel good, and knowing that this organization is helping others to open up the world around them and being able to give back.
Pepper helps us with counterbalance, picking up stuff, like getting up and down stairs for me. He's my railing and balance. So this is a great socialization place for Pepper. He gets to see and be calm around all kinds of dogs, people, bikes. So it helps Pepper maintain his focus on Tom and I.
We do this once a month, second Saturday of each month. Hopefully going to put a lot of people on some bikes and make a lot of people happy. That's why we're doing it, because we want to see giant smiles on their face. We invite people to come down and try out a hand cycle and basically feel the exhilaration of moving under their own power.
We love our lives. We want to embrace every moment. We're not asking for special treatment. What we're asking for is equality and basic civil rights so we can live our dreams. Every donation matters, enabling Mobility Dog to keep the fun in functional independence for our current and future service dog teams. Thank you for your support.